Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the diaspora. My name is Bongi Gladness. My name is Bongi Gladness. I'm going to be with some ladies here and a gentleman, Wabusa, I can say that. Paul K as our artist. We're having Helen Vocal as our artist. We're having Malenas, and we are here in South Africa. This is a Clevenard Open project, and we discuss Africa on behalf of Africans to create awareness and to make people be aware of what's happening around them wherever they are in their continent, or maybe I can say in their country. Here we are in South Africa, and I am having these phenomenal people, great people who are artists who are going to tell us more about the industry and more about themselves. I'm so excited already, and I feel like it's a great day. It's a great evening here in South Africa. It's kind of dark, but hey, we are having an evening. It's an evening after all. Why not it be dark? Obviously, it will be dark. How are you? I want to start with you, Mr. Paul K. How are you, sir? It's not ladies first. It's now gentlemen first.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for having me here, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm good. And good evening to everyone.
Good evening. I'm gonna come up with you, Malenas, Mrs. I call you sis. Can you please tell us how are you?
Good morning to others and good evening to others. My name is Lina, aka Malinas. I am doing wonderful. I'm great. Happy to be in 2024.
Well, thank you. Hi, Helen. We'll call our sister.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I feel so honored to be on this platform, and thank you again for the invite to Clevenard team and you, Miss Bongi Lightness, the presenter.
Of course, Bonnie Gladness, that's what my name is. Of course. We're going to talk about artists, like issues of artists in the industry. As you know, that there are a lot of things happening and people want to know. Some people want to be artists one day. We're having young ones who wish to be artists, who wants to know how to get about and how to do it and where to start. So you are here because some of you, if I could talk to Mr. Paul K over there, he has been in the industry for a while. I guess we're gonna get more from him more than anything. And I'm so honored, sir. I'm honored to be having you here. Please, can you just tell us more about yourself?
It was cutting a bit. I couldn't hear all of what you were saying, but Paul K is a music producer, a father, a songwriter. Yeah, man. Basically, that's who I am. And I'm in the music industry full time. And yeah, basically.
And for how long, sir? If I may ask, for how long have you been?
Sure. Yeah, I think from 2009. Yeah, you can do the math.
Yeah, 14 years now.
Sure, sure,
Okay.
sure.
Okay, Helen Vocal, what can you tell us about yourself? Please do tell us about yourself.
Well, yeah. Helen is I'm a mother of two beautiful kids. I'm a midwife. I'm the 10th child at home, and I have my own production company. Helen Vocal is the brand ambassador of the company Corporate, which was derived from my name, Helen, meaning the bright one, the shining one. So yeah, basically that's who I am, and I'm still a small baby in the music industry. Of course, I will learn from Dr. Paul K, because I just released my second album, which will tell you that I'm still small baby.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. Sislina Malinas, tell us more about
Malin.
yourself. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, Malinas is a gospel artist and Lina Mtagane is a businesswoman. It's
Okay.
two different people. Yes. When I'm on stage, I'm using Malinas, and Lina Mtagane is a businesswoman, is a mother, is a grandmother as well, and a wife. So I've been in the music industry for 2 years now. I recorded my album in 2020, the first album, and the second album I recorded in last year. So in business, I've been in business for 12 years now. I also have a foundation, a foundation called Malina's Foundation, where I help young women and youth financially and also with support through their careers, their dreams, supporting them, giving them an ear basically to listen to them and help them grow.
You actually are making me ask even the same question with Mr. Polke over there. What is it that you do for the community? What can you tell us about what you do? Other things that you're doing apart from music?
Yeah, I mean, a board member as well, a board member of a home that's called Tola Ulwazi. Um,
Okay.
yeah, as I've said, it's full-time music. It's full, like
Okay.
120 full-time music.
So what's happening there? Is it an organization? What's happening
Okay,
there?
the organization that I'm a board member of, it's just an organization, yeah, a home-based care center, and
Okay.
yeah, and I also run Paul Case Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually help with school uniforms, donate food where it's necessary, and yeah.
Okay. Oh, great. It's basically like you also into charity as well.
So
And then Helen Vocal?
Oh, well, wow. I've just also launched on the 8th of December. I launched my foundation, Rise Village Child. Why Rise Village Child? I'm a villager. So growing up or coming from the villages, I've seen or I know the challenges of being a village child and having to aspire certain things that you think they are unreachable. So Rise Village Child is there for the kids academically and also helping the needy. Like I have kids that I've identified at my village, also in my church, Assemblies of God, as it's in a village whereby I'm helping them with like the basic sanitary pads, toiletry, and also school needs. So not only uniform per se, but school needs in general. So I have like now on the coming 26th of January, we'll be doing a worship and night prayer at my church, which is at the village. And then that is where we will also be assisting those kids who are needy in my church before I go to the village. So they are also invited, those that I've already identified. So yeah, that's basically what
Okay.
Rise Village Child is all about. Our mission is the mission is looking into the future. What do you see? And then our slogan is, "It is possible, child."
Wow, beautiful. Malenas, since you are new in the industry, what is it that you can say about the industry so far? What your experience?
My experience so far, because I'm new, I started in 2020 during COVID. I experienced that it was difficult for a lot of artists during that time. It wasn't easy.
Mhm.
People had to find other ways of helping and growing themselves because the entertainment industry was really bad for them. And I came in during that time also. And it wasn't easy for me also to penetrate the industry because obviously it was during COVID. And also I've experienced that as artists, we really need to invest in ourselves and also get knowledge and know what to do and when. Get knowledge, acquire knowledge from guys like your Mr. Paul there, who've been long into the industry, who knows what to do. It wasn't easy for me to penetrate and to get my music out, and because now I was new into the industry and having people who've been there. Others will con you, others will sell you things which are not there. And it was important for me to learn and know how the industry works.
Okay, Poke, what can you at least advise them, as they're saying they're new in the industry? We need your advice. What can you say? Like, since you've been seeing it all and even the warnings and the everything, what can you say to them just to advise them?
Sure. It's two things, you know. Industry, it's just a whole big industry, but now there's gospel, there's other music genres that people do, you know. In terms of gospel, there's just my advice on that, it will be like you when industry or gospel music, you need to understand where you stand with your God, and where you stand with what you want to achieve. Because you'll remember when we it's like we're saving, we like pastors. It's like we're saving
History,
yeah,
yeah.
we're saving
Yes.
lot of people that we don't even know. It's not about the South African or the community that you are living in. It's just a big big getting a big world that you're getting yourself into. So you need to have patience. Patience is number one
Okay.
medicine that you need to learn in the industry, because of at some point you will think you are there, can't you know, you are not even closer. So
Yeah.
you need to have a serious patience in terms of what you want to achieve. Sometimes you might be lucky in the industry to do one song, then boom, you hit the market, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, it's luck sometimes, you know. But for me, it's always good, you know, to build from scratch and have baby steps growth, you know, unlike just coming in and, you know, have that luck and boom, then the next thing, in the next few 4 or 5 years, you are no longer to be found. So I would advise people to have patience in what they do and believe in their craft. You know, as long as you believe in your craft and making sure that you always doing the best that you can, you know, don't do
Don't look at
shortcuts.
other people. Like, you have to just focus on excellence, your own excellence.
Shortcuts
Yeah.
and short
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
shortcuts, you know. uh, build your brand to
Yeah.
yeah, but make sure that you building your brand to a level that you'll be proud of after 10, 15 years, to say, wow, this is what I've built.
Yes.
And what I like with the gospel community is that once people believe in what you do, and once people start recognizing you, they are so reliable. One thing I
They,
know
they
about
become loyal. They become loyal to you. They become
yes, they
loyal
become
to you.
loyal. Yeah, they become loyal to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so just have patience and come, because uh,
Yeah.
yeah, re ba bangata. Yeah.
No, and it's also all about anointing. We must be honest. It's also about anointing. Your anointing and my anointing would not be the same. And then
It's
Helen
true.
Vocal, yeah, true. But Helen Vocal, what can you tell us about yourself since you've been in the industry? What are your experiences so far?
Well, I would say I had to learn from others so that I don't repeat the mistakes that they did. Like, for instance, I didn't want to belong to any recording label, point number one. Why? Because I've seen or I've heard a lot of artists complaining that no, this recording label, they are just using us, they're just doing this and that. And once you do it on your own, actually you get to understand that there's a lot that you need to put in when you are building a brand. There's a lot of money that you will put in, and then when you now have to reap, you'll say, okay, fine, let me put aside what I've used when I was doing, for instance, recording. Let's say you spent 200,000 on a recording, but to get it back sometimes is not as easy as ABC. So that is why now other artists will come and say that recording label ate my money, because they felt that they want to take the money that they recorded you. Remember, you just came with your beautiful voice and your beautiful presentation. But at the
Mm.
end of the day, the money that was spent on recording you, they need to get it back. And
Yeah.
then that's when they can say, now let's eat what we are calling it profit. You understand? And then that is when a lot of artists will really say they are eating my money. I've experienced it myself. Building a brand is not easy, because I remember I would take my own money, my also like with my launch that I did
Mm.
last year December. I took my whole bonus into that launch, and the ticket sales, they didn't even give me half of the money that I've spent into the launch. So you can
Mm.
imagine if it's a certain person using their own money to record you, to brand you, and all that. And then now, when you get a gig of 50K, you want 20,000 or you want 30,000, and you say they must take 20,000, but they will feel like, no, we're still trying to balance things because we have invested in you.
Yeah.
So that is where we tend to lose it as musicians, as artists, not to understand it. But if you do your own thing, you are under your own production, then that is where I think Mr. Poke will attest to this, that investing, it's quite not easy. You will definitely spend a lot of money planning a recording, and then the outcomes, let's say the ticket sales, they don't even give you half of the money that you have spent towards the recording. But you don't give up. You know that you are building.
Yeah.
You are
It might
building.
actually look
You
slow. It might actually look slow, but it's actually not, because you're doing your own thing and you are patient. At like you are moving with your own pace,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
at
it's
your
actually
own pace, at your own
yeah.
pace. And the other thing that I've seen, when I feel that I'm exhausted, I don't take a gig, or should I say an invite, because on my side, being a midwife, a mother, and now music on the other side, I need to share myself within these three phases of my life. That I am at work, I'm working as a midwife. When I am off on these 5 days or 4 days that I'm off, I need to create space for my kids. And then you find that there's an ad. Some I just say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not available, because I will feel that I need to give my kids some time within that short space of time that I'm getting off from my workplace, because I'm not yet at that level where I can say I'm doing music full time.
You
You
quitting
understand?
it.
I have
Yeah.
kids. I am a single parent. I'm a single mother of two kids. So I have kids that I need to feed. And at home, I'm also assisting here and there. I still have parents that are very old and they need to be taken care of. So there are a lot of things
Mm.
that I look into to say it's not always where sometimes,
No
yes,
pressure.
I will feel like
Yeah.
that 4,000, that 3,000 will make a huge difference. But when I feel that my body can't carry me anymore, I discipline myself and say, can I rather get you somebody who can replace you? So that's the good thing about having your own production, because when you are under a certain company, they will tell you, you are going there. Like it or not, mama, you will be on stage 2 a.m. Imagine. Then that's where other
Mm.
some of the musicians, they end up in drugs, they end up in what, trying to keep up with the energy for everything.
Yeah. Then Malenas, what do you think about all of that? Like with the experience that you're hearing from Helen, do you think everything that she's saying it's what you would take as well, or maybe you have another idea
Yes,
about it? Yeah.
yes, that's very true. Even me, when I recorded under my label, which is Malina's Music Empire, because I've registered a company. The dream is to have my own studios and also help these young kids who also want to venture into music and take it as a career, and help them to record as well, and help them in the industry as well. So I've seen also that if you are independent, it's really a way to go, because you get to invest in something that you know that you are called for, and it's your gift, and you will nourish it, obviously, because you are investing in yourself, uh, yourself,
Yeah.
uh, it's very important. And I know that it's not easy, because even me, when I recorded, it was from my own pocket. And when I was launching as well, it was from my own pocket. So it's very important what she's saying.
Yeah, but then
I
I want
agree.
to ask this question for to all of you, for you to explain exactly what you think about the artists who are passing with nothing, like who are finding themselves gone out of this world to see the Lord, but they don't have anything. We having lots of we have lots of examples, and maybe if I can just say one that is recent, it's Zahara. You know the story of Zahara. What do you think about all of that? Because it's repeating itself. So I think now people must just be aware. Artists must start being aware. And if you want to advise, as in like, what can they do? Like, how can we make it stop? Please tell us, Mr. Poke, please tell us about this thing of artists who are passing away with nothing, not being able to leave anything for their parents or their children. Can you tell us what you think about that?
Yo, I didn't hear that very clear because of the line is cut. Yeah,
Okay,
I didn't hear the whole. But what I've heard
okay.
is that you were saying I should actually comment on um investment or
The artists who are passing away with nothing,
hello.
like when they can't just have anything, when they just can't have anything like of their own, like not having money
Um,
left or houses left or anything.
sure.
Well, I think
Okay,
you're
it's
losing your
very much.
microphone straight.
Uh, hello.
Can you hear me now? Yes, can you hear me now, Mr. Poke? I'm saying, what do you think about these artists that are passing away with nothing?
Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad sometimes that we artists we don't think of the future. We don't think that one day will pass, and when we pass, we leave our families with burdens. So my advice is that let's try to make sure that we look, man. These days, things life is easy. There's life insurance, there's life covers, there's all these things
Yeah.
that we can prepare whilst we're still living or whilst we're still making money because of in our industry, there's time where you'll be making money like no business. That's the time where you
Yeah,
need
that's the
to
time. Yes, true.
yeah, that's the time
Yes.
where you need to make sure that you put away some money so that when things like that happens to you, at least you are covered. At least your house is covered, at least your kids are covered. Because we've got kids. We should think for them as well, because we're not living for ourselves. Once you're at a certain age, it's no longer about you, it's about the kids that you brought in the world, or that you need to take care of. So my advice is that, guys, there's plenty of insurance companies that we can actually try to cover ourselves. Your life cover, your funeral cover. So many plans that are available. For us to take care of, or to use to make use of them.
Okay.
So that's what I can advise artists to say: when it's time
Yes.
for you to make
Yes.
money, please think for the future.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Helen Boko. What do you think about that?
Uh, yeah, it's bad, like Mr. Paul has said. I think discipline is what we need, because most of the time you find that a person is making a chunk of money, but they are not
Mm,
thinking ahead. They are ill disciplined. All they want, let's say, a person, if they were driving a Ford or a Polo, now they are going to Land Rover or Lexus or Porsche Cayenne, and then the next thing, they can't be able to maintain that lifestyle. The
yeah.
minute they are unable to maintain that lifestyle, that is when everything will be a mess. But when it's time
Mm,
for you to make money, like Mr. Polke is saying, that let's say it's your season, because remember, music is seasonal. Each and
yeah.
every one of us, our time will come and our time will pass. So when it's your time, when it's your season, God has favored you at the time, you need to be wise enough, be disciplined enough to invest your money. Don't live a life that you cannot be able to maintain should your season pass. Because once your season pass and you are unable to maintain that lifestyle, definitely you're going to lose a house. Definitely you're going to lose that car, because now you won't be able to pay that car, or maybe the car is paid up, you are unable to pay the house, or maybe now you can't even afford food or anything. So you're thinking of
Mm.
selling the car. You're thinking of quite a number of things. So having an investment that you can say, I have, like myself, even before the music thing, I have an investment that I have for my kids, especially. I know that every month is a debit order, is debit in there. So imagine if you are an artist, you get an event where you are getting paid 30K, 30, 40,000. It's quite a lot of money. You should
It's
just
not.
discipline yourself and know that I can take a certain lump sum and put it away and invest that money. You know that once you've invested that money, I know with FNB, if you have, let's say you have 400,000, you are getting something monthly from that money as it is generating money itself. So it's possible only if we can be disciplined, only if we can be wise enough to say, you know what, I am not going to live a life that I won't be able to maintain should things
That is
drop
above your
down
standard.
in my
Yeah.
career.
Yeah, like living the life that is above your standard or above your level or above what you anticipate. So it's always important to at least try to see if this is the life I want or this is the life that I think I can maintain and stick there and stay there. Sis Malenas, what can you say about it as well?
Yeah, another most important thing as artists that we need to learn is for us to acquire knowledge. You know, it's important, more especially when it comes to people who have managers, who have recording companies that they are under. You must understand what you are getting yourself into. Like, look into those contracts, understand what is happening, because most of the artists, in most of the cases, they don't understand what they have gotten themselves into. They don't even know how much are they supposed to get and all of that. It is important to even know. With me, when I've recorded, for me to register at Sambro, I registered myself. You know, I did not wait for the manager to register on my behalf and all that, because I know I had to learn and know and understand these dynamics, because that's what happens when you don't know anything, and then you only to find that other managers and other recording labels, they take advantage of you because you know nothing. Everything is handled by them and you don't know anything. You get a gig and they tell you you've received a 20,000, and only to find you have received more than that, maybe 100,000. And then they give you peanuts instead of giving you what is rightfully yours that you deserve. And you find you don't know, you are happy that I have 20,000 and you are happy. And the most important thing also, what kills us is fame, because we want to be famous, we want to be
Excitement,
known, and
yeah, excitement.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, then it becomes a problem. At the end of the day, when you look at what you have
Mm.
acquired with your gift and with your calling, there's nothing, and you have nothing
Right.
to show that this gift, this
And
calling
then
is
you have
working
your
for me,
parents, you
you
have your
know?
parents crying, you gone.
Yes,
People are, you have even
yes,
the
yes. And
community laughing about you, and you are not even there to see it. But then now
you know,
your people are there to listen
yes.
to all these hurtful things
And,
about the way you like how useless you were and all that. It's not nice. It's not
you
nice at
know,
all. It's
it's
not
not
nice.
nice.
Just imagine that now while
Mm,
you're alive. Imagine that now while you're alive, so that you can be able
mhm,
to art to do the right thing as an artist. Me, I would like to just say that to artists out there that imagine yourself now when you're alive, thinking about your parents or your family or your children being laughed at because you were just chowing your money, you were just useless, you were not thinking about any investment. It's not
mm,
nice. I mean, you saw the story of Zahara about 2 weeks. It was Zahara. They were talking
mm,
about her house that has to be now taken and
mm,
sold or whatever. They were talking about the managers, ex-managers, and the ones that were current. What like a whole lot of things that we didn't
mm,
even know about
mm.
because some other things will
You
even be
know,
known when you are gone. We won't even know that behind there was fakeness, there was what, there's certain things that that were portrayed to be perfect, only to find that there's a whole lot happening in the background. So rather you be as
It's true.
transparent as possible and be, visible in everything that you do, so that we won't be shocked and surprised as the community when we were thinking that you are a great artist, Mr. Paul K. Wow, Mr. Paul K. When we see him on One Gospel, we're like, oh, look at him. Only to find Mr. Paul K is not saving. Mr. Paul K is not doing anything awesome.
Mhm.
It's not saving, it's not doing it. So we see what we see from outside, not knowing that the guy is not wise. Helen is not
Yes,
wise. Malenas is not wise, not
eh,
doing some wisdom, is not doing justice to her own life or his own life. But then, you know what, I'm thinking that it's very important as artists to really know. But then now I want to come to the point of the government. We have like your art and culture that has to help here and there. What do you think it is that they're doing, or maybe do you think what they're doing is enough, Mr. Poke?
um, what I've realized that the arts and culture, the departments of arts and culture, it differs by where you are based. For instance, arts and culture, because there's obviously national and there's obviously provincial arts and culture.
Okay.
Normally how it works, it's if you've got something that you're doing and you need help from arts and culture, they'll always refer you to your local arts and culture, your provincial arts and culture. You cannot go to the highest arts and culture than the national arts and culture. You firstly start at your
Your
area.
own, your own
So
area, yeah.
yeah, so according to my experience or what I've realized or experienced, they differ. They differ according to where we are situated. I know for a fact that arts and culture, provincial for KZN, they really take their
Yeah.
serious. I mean, they are
The
very
artist
very very
serious,
serious.
yes.
Yeah, I think the people that works at the people that works at the department, they take care, or they notice and they make sure that they know all the artists around for KZN, and you'll find arts and culture. I'm not but mouthing people, but you'll find arts and culture, Tswane arts and culture. It's a mess.
It's
It's a
quiet.
mess.
Nothing is
It's
happening.
a mess. It's a mess. Simply because of the city on its own is not organized. There's collusions these days of the political parties, so it makes things very difficult. As much as I told you that I'm doing business, I'm doing music, but I also run events.
Okay.
And yeah, and it's difficult. It's
Uh,
difficult per cities. So like you find your Polokwane municipalities, they try. You can see that they try. They try. So it differ with municipalities, the art and
but then,
culture.
yes, but then, Mr. Poke, what do you think about hearing that at the art and culture they're saying they're not coming? What can we do? They're not coming to claim these things. They're not, because that's what we hear sometimes. They'll be saying these artists, they are complaining about us, but they never come here. They never come to claim. Do you think that's true?
There's no such. There's no such because of I know at some point they'll tell you that we cannot help you. You alone. You need to come as a
Or
umbrella.
consortium or something? Yeah.
Yes, yes, association or so.
Mm.
I knew one from Polokwane. It was recently collapsed. Like they recently collapsed all those things, those umbrellas, because all the associations, because of some artists felt like associations, they rob people, the leaders of associations rob other artists. There's just a lot of stories behind all these things.
Yeah.
And you know what? For me, I've learned to realize that it's best and it's better for you to work on a craft. Work
Yeah.
on a
Right.
craft so that
Yeah.
you put yourself out there and do the best that you can. Look, these people will knock at your door, unlike you go and
Yeah.
knock.
Come to you.
Yeah,
Yes.
they'll
Yes.
definitely come to you.
Yes.
That's my principle, or that's my principle. I've adopted that
Yeah.
principle to say, you know what, I focus on Paul. I focus on the brand Paul K more than anything. I
Yeah.
can't go out there and knock and ask for people to give opportunity to sing. No, if I have to do that, then I create my own. I create my own stage. You know, I create my own stage where
Yeah.
I can go there and do whatever that I want to do. You know, because
So
and they will, you know, we've got a lot of guys that have suffered the depression. You know, they have suffered because of
hey,
such a things, such things like this. You know, um,
they're
yeah.
relying, like it's like they're relying on the government to help them when they can just stand by themselves. And eventually, it's yeah. Eventually, it's like depression, is stress, and we all blaming the government. The government's not doing anything. It's what, yeah. Okay, Mr. Polke's network is bad. Malinas, what do you think? What do you think as well about the government itself, like your art and culture?
I I think, as Mr. Paul said, it differs with the cities because my experience is where I am, they really try. They're trying really hard to help people. And it's for people to go out there also and look for this knowledge and seek advice. Because it's true when they say, we are here, people are not coming. In other cases, it's like that. It's true. Other people, when I ask them, they don't even know that at arts and culture they can help you with your event and all that, because people, they don't go out and look for knowledge, because knowledge is power. If you don't have knowledge of something, obviously there's no power there. So I think some of us, sometimes we are lazy. We like things to come to us instead of us going out there and finding things, searching and knowing how these things works. Yes, it differs from city to city. With me, I've been helped by arts and culture where I had an event. It's there. These things are there. They are out there. It's only for you to go out and find out what must you do in order for you to get this help. The help is out there. And then you go there, you present yourself well, and then they will help you. They help. Most of the time, I've done events where I was helped by arts and culture, and they
Okay,
tell you it differs from provincial to national to
things
yes,
that you.
it differs. They will tell you that here we help
Mm.
from here until here, and then if you want more than this, you must go here and all of that. So as Mr. Paul is saying, it differs from city to city. My experience with arts and culture, I really I wouldn't say I was not getting help. I got help, and other people that I know from our area, from our region, Rodipot is helping a lot.
Okay, wow.
So I know that others, they don't get
Mm.
help from there. Even Val is helping as well. I go to I attend church at Val. So when I did my launch, I did it at Val at my church, and I was helped by arts and culture from the Val.
Oh wow, wow, that's fortunate, hey? Helen,
Yes.
what can you say, Helen Vocal, about the government itself?
Tax, you thought it. Well, with me, ne, these people, they really make me angry. There was a time where there was an event here in Polokwane. They put this associations or whatever, people who are saying, no, we are here, I'm representing artists. The guy lied using my name, using my music, and they knew. I remember I came to Polokwane and I met the MEC of the Minister of
Art and culture?
MEC or Minister of Sports, Art and Culture.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say his name. I went there, I came, I drove, I was in Flexo, by then I came and I said, no, I hear there's this event, Mapungube, my name is mentioned, my songs are played at Tobela FM, but I'm not informed. I'm on the lineup, but I'm not informed. What is happening? And then they said, no, there's a guy called Mpoza who is responsible. You are under him. I said, I'm not under anyone.
Mm.
I am an artist I'm an independent artist. I'm not under anyone. I did not sign any form of any organization that I will be to. And it was a long story to an extent that they were like, oh, we will get to the bottom of this, and then we will see how we deal with it. Then the following year you will be on Mapungube Gospel Festival. Unfortunately, the following year they just acted as if they don't even know me. And that guy went to an extent of saying, you can do whatever that you want to do. You understand? So I even said to them that I am a child of this place, as we usually say it. But now I'm being harassed by this person just because you people are eating with him. He comes here and say artists are charging 20,000, only to find that he's going to give those poor artists 3,000 rand. The rest of the 17,000, it is shared amongst themselves. And I told them this, and that guy said to me, no, now you are accusing the wrong person. I said, no, I'm not accusing you. You know, I'm telling you of the fact that you guys are doing. Hence, I don't go to them anymore.
It's
Even this
corruption.
year, with me going, it's corruption. It's corruption. They know it. And even the guy was threatened. I was part of this other group, and they were threatening him in that group. Ladies making voice notes telling him that you are a small boy. We will take you out of this town. So
Yeah.
it's just corruption everywhere. And if you don't have somebody to fight for you, you don't have any connections, you are just a mere village girl like Helen. That's where they will say, do whatever that you want to do. Yes, we advertise using your name, using your music. A person say, I wanted to say Dumi M, knowing exactly that they were saying Helen M, not Dumi M.
So he made himself a bit
And
confused.
if they
He wanted to confuse himself now with the whole situation.
Yeah, he said this MMs of yours are confusing me. Helen and Dumi, is it the same thing? No. Why are they not playing Dumi's song? That Dumi did not even have a single recording. They were playing my songs.
Yeah, but then what can you say like to advise in closing? What can you say to advise overall other artists and to advise even the government? Because maybe some of them the officials are listening, or maybe the MECs or whoever who is up there who doesn't even know what's happening. What can you say in terms of advising them to help artists? How can they help artists? Maybe they don't even know what is it that artists need. Malinas?
They must allow us. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Malinas?
Okay, I think what I can advise, ne, it's more especially for the government. I think they need to start now with something different, because this government is failing us really big time. They must now check on these people that they have put into positions, because in most cases you'll find them up there, they've put people, and people are not performing. People are not performing, they are not helping us with anything. And also they don't discipline these people and change them, maybe if they are not performing, because really they've put these people to help the people. The government is for the people. And then if people are not being helped because of people like the person that Helen is talking about, who's using their power to say you can do anything, you can go anywhere and nothing will be done, because the person
He knows that
knows
he's
that
powerful like that. Yeah.
yeah, they're powerful, they have connections, and you don't have connections. I think government needs to look into this thing
But
really.
again, in terms of
It's
government,
really
I understand in looking into it. But then again, in terms of government, I think the government somehow he needs to go to the people. This thing of them saying people must go to them, they need a representative who will move around to find out who are the artists, who are the upcoming, who are the ones that are already there. To what? To say, here's the budget. Here's the budget. This is what you can do with the budget. This is what we're expecting you to do with the budget. And we need you to report. Because another thing we all know that we need to report whatever that we do. But then we need someone from the government as a representative to go to the artists, not artists go there, look for them and be like puppets and puppies who are wondering and who wishes to be helped, and but looking like sono and all that, as like when they're looking like they are helpless. They want to see that, and it's so wrong. They have to go to the people. That's actually my take. Helen Vocal.
The other thing, like you were saying, even when we try to reach them and go to these offices, a security will stop you and say, do you have an appointment? Who are you going to see? Do they know you are coming? And then you say, no, I don't have an appointment. I'm here. I need help urgently. So, because I remember with me, with this situation that I had, a security wanted to stop me. And then I said, hell no. I threw myself inside the office of that MEC. And then when I got in there, he was in a meeting with two ladies. They were like, how can we help you? I say, I'm here to see this and that day. I'm here to raise my concerns. And they were like, but we are in a meeting. I said, because you will never, ever be available. Hence, I threw myself in this office. That is only the time when I got to be listened to. But still, he did not have any solutions because he called the guy and said, Posa, fix your mess. And that was it. So how, when they are saying we are not coming to them, how do we reach them? They are unreachable. You call the PA, the PA will tell you the 015 number, they will tell you that in a meeting, unavailable in a meeting, the January to December, they are in a meeting.
And when you go there, they ask you about an appointment.
Yeah, then the next thing they ask you, did you make an appointment? Are they expecting you? What? Of course, they're not expecting me. I did not make an appointment. I'm here because I need help. So, like you are saying, there should be a representative who knows, because this thing, it even bleeds to the radio stations. You go to Tawala FM, you are stopped at the security. They ask you, who are you?
You can't
Who are
even
you
play your
coming
music.
to
You can't
see
even
here?
submit your music.
You want to submit your music, they will say drop it at the security. What if that security takes your USB and go
And
and
play
play
it by,
your
by
CD?
themselves. Of course, it's possible. It's so possible.
It's true.
But then what else do you think it must
So
be done? What else do you think it must be
we are just
done?
under corruption, guys. They must do events and say, like Makufe, they used to say Friday is gospel artists, the newcomers, and they pay them. And then Saturday is jazz and what. Then Sunday it's main gospel festival, where now they are having big artists, because now we will just never get opportunity of. We also want to eat the money, people. They can't eat the Texas money alone.
No, it's understandable.
Yeah, that one.
It's so
That
true.
one is very.
Because it's entitled for you. Like you are entitled for the money. It's yours as artists, right?
Yes, that one is very true. I mean, they must give each and every one of us a chance. We are all artists, but there's only certain artists that get opportunities everywhere. You see them everywhere. Awards
Yeah,
everywhere. We all know that if I've entered with so and so, I know for a fact that so and so is taking
Hey,
it. You know?
yeah. It's just
So
corruption all over.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's really bad. They must really open this industry to every one
Everyone,
of us,
yes.
because there's a lot of us. The industry is big, is huge. So this pie is for all of
Okay.
us. We must all eat in this pie.
It's so
Yes.
understandable. Like I understand we lost Mr. Paul K, but that is fine because now we are signing out. This is a Clevenard Open project. My name is Bongi Gladness. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for your views. I know it doesn't end here. There's a lot. There's a lot to be done in the industry, and there are many things that you didn't unfold. But I know that somehow we'll have a chance to be able to make people aware, especially for those that want to be artists as well. We so far whatever that you said, they actually understood, and it's of help. I think it's of help, everything that you said, and what Mr. Polke said as well, as a person who's been in the industry, it's also of help. And then he advised a lot about being independent, and at least already you are independent, as you being here, Helen Vocal, and you, Malenas, you are already independent artists, and keep it up. Keep it up. I'm wishing you all the best. And thank you so much again for coming here, because we at Clevenard Open Project, we discuss Africa on behalf of Africans, and for them to know that we are all about awareness. So now, thank you so much. Thanks so much. From me, Bongi Gladness, is just a goodbye. And thank you again, phenomenal women. May God help you with your careers and with your journey in your careers. Thank you so much. From me, Bongi Gladness, it's a goodbye.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. You're welcome.